Hello, I'm Jordan Holloway and I'm here to talk to you about the two-day Golden Rod final that happened last weekend. Now it's a two-day event, it's split over so you have one day on the match in the arena and one day on the specimen lake. It's simply feeder fishing only, so no catapults, no bombs are allowed, everything has to be fed through a feeder. And it's 10 peg sections for points really, so you got 5 pegs on one side of the lake and 5 on the other. Now on day one I drew on the specimen lake. Peg 54, peg 52 is the end peg, and I've also got another end peg of my own, 23, so I thought if I can get second, that'll be a really good result from there. And I've started my match at 6 metres because I've learned from practice yesterday, Lee Kerry mentioned it, all the fish are in shallow water. So I've started at 6 metres and I've caught 3 bream, so that was a good start. Could have done with a carp, but never mind. I thought I'll move out to 13 metres now and hopefully I'll nick a carp, and that's what I did. After 10 minutes it went round, pulled round. I was actually off my box getting a drink and my rod almost flew in the water. Yeah, and I had a carp, only a small one, strangely for the specimen lake. Like I had one, it was £4, I'm not kidding you, £4 or £5. There's got to be one of the smallest carp in the lake, so. Still a carp, good sign, chucked it back there, had a bream, caught another bream, had a little spell of bream after an hour. Obviously I've got that one carp and some bream, so it's looking alright, could do with some more. So I fed some bait short, 6 metres, with a great big bait feeder full of corn and micros, just to leave it, and hopefully I can chuck back on that in an hour or so and catch a few carp. So I've chucked out to 30 metres in the meantime, which is about the furthest I wanted to chuck there. I only wanted to chuck there because obviously 52's on a bit of a point next to me. And if I chucked 30 metres, it was about in line with his long pole line, if you look how far in front that peg actually is. So I chucked it there and had a good run of carp. I caught 5 or 6 more carp, so I ended up with 7, with 2 hours to go. And I thought, oh, I'm doing really well now, I'm probably going to be up there in the section second. I can see 23, the end peg opposite me, catching one and chucking the edge. I thought, well, if I can come second to him, I'll have had a brilliant result here now. And then it just died. I just never had a bite in the edges, never had a bite short. I needed 2 more really to score good points, but I ended up with 7 for £68, so a small 7 as well for £68. That was including a 19-pounder, by the way. And that put me 6th in the section, so clearly now for a top 4 finish, which is what they're paying in this event, my run is over, shall I say. Now the tackle I actually used on the specimen lake was, I didn't want to mess around with loads of different lengths of rods, so I had to adjust my rod rest all the time. I'd just rather have a slightly longer rod and just play them for longer, play them a bit more gently. So I fished 2 12 for SLRs, exactly the same setup, with a casters and reel. I had £6 Guru Pulse line on to a £10 Daiwa Tournament ST shot leader. That's 0.26 by the way, and that is bulletproof, that is not going to break. And I fished with a large hybrid feeder all day, 45 grams, nailed to the bottom, not going anywhere. And my hook length was 0.19 reflow power to a 10 QM1 with a boilie spike. So obviously after day 1, I needed a match winning peg now just to win some money, hopefully. But do you think that happened? No. I drew 26 on the arena. Not a good draw. It's in the corner of the lake, really clear, shallow. Feels like there's no wildwood fish live there. So I wasn't very happy going to a peg there at all. I set up, well, this is how miserable I was. I set up 1 rod. I set up a Parabolics 10-foot feeder rod with a hybrid feeder on, just a medium 32 gram hybrid feeder, a 10 QM1, an 0.19 reflow power and a boilie spike again. And I just chucked that around my peg for a bit really. I chucked it at 6 metres to begin with because I know on that bank they catch a lot of fish short. That didn't happen. Then I moved to 13 metres and I didn't get one there either, so I thought, well, they're not on my pole line, so they're going to have to be in the middle of the lake. So I chucked it 30 metres and I've not had one there as well. So at this point I was looking really down now. And Tommy Pickering was probably doing the best on there. He had a section win the day before, and obviously he's doing really well on the lake there today. He's probably second up till like an hour to go, and then obviously a few people have caught one, and there's actually been 4 people end up on the lake with 7 carp. I wasn't one of them. I ended up with none. 0. None in the edge, none short to end with. Darren Cox to my left had 1, so it shows you that I was in a tough area. And to be fair, I filled it in looking for the match win, which didn't happen. That's what I needed to win some money, so that's what I did. Yeah, so obviously there was 4 of them on 7 carp each, and Tommy's weighed 52 pounds something. And a lad just beat him, who weighed 53 pounds. If that lad had had a pound less, Tommy would have beat him and then he'd been champion. But as it happened, Steve Ringer was the champion, best feeder angler in the world. He's won it with 3 points, with a 15 ounce more weight than Tommy. So Tommy was second. And yeah, great result for them boys, but not so great for me. But you need some good pegs in that competition. They only paid 4. So you needed some good pegs, and unfortunately I'm saying I did not have the pegs to compete this weekend.